everybody, and welcome back. Today we are going to talk about strange humans, and amongst which, interesting non-fatal conditions some people are born with. We live in a strange world, and the argument between religion, meaning Adam and Eve being the first humans, and evolution has existed for as long as humans can remember. We all have our own theories, some believing that an alien race could be what or who we today remember as gods, that this race mingled and bred with other forms of life to form what is now known as the human race. I personally find it all interesting, but it is the shape and form of the human race as it presents itself today which I find more interesting. Everyone and anyone who has ever expected a baby had fears or concerns about the child's health at some point during the pregnancy. It is absolutely 100% normal. Today, with sonar technology and other testing, potential illnesses and abnormalities can be identified and in some cases even rectified before birth, and therefore the occurrence of certain abnormalities occur less and less, in particular in the more affluent Western cultures. Our concerns as expectant parents are often about the more regular illnesses which may or may not have occurred in our families before, like, for instance, a heart defect or chromosomal abnormalities, etc. And very few of us even ever think of these strange and luckily very rare defects which has and still occur. Please note that this is not meant to scare anyone, and the conditions mentioned in this particular video are very rare, and in itself come in a variety of shapes and forms and severity. None of the abnormalities in this video are fatal, and most are treatable through surgical and other medical interventions, and some are just curiosities and a clear indication of each of our uniqueness. An abnormality, if it can even be called that, as it usually does not affect a person at all and is not visible, and often people do not even know that they have it, is being two people at once. No, we are not talking about conjoined twins, but about human chimeras. What happens is that a fetus absorbs the cells of a miscarried twin. The result is that the surviving twin has some of the genes of the ghost twin, which leads to some organs having different DNA than others. One such case is that of Karen Keegan, whose ovaries have different DNA than her other organs. So technically, she is not the mother of her own children, but her unborn twin sister is. Webbed fingers or toes. All our hands start off paddle-shaped in the womb, but around the 6th week of pregnancy, we start to form individual fingers. Sometimes, in rare cases, the process does not complete and the person ends up with webbed digits. In very rare cases, the bones are fused together, but usually it is just simply fixed with very simple and quick surgery. Something I have not heard of before are vestigial gills. These are small holes showing up above the ear. Although not functional in any way and just weird and cool, Some reckon that they are due to random DNA still around after our ancestors left the water to live on land. Ambrose syndrome. This is a condition where hair grows long all over the body, with the exception of the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet. Earlier years, children born with this were called wolf children. There is unfortunately no cure, but of course, these days there are a number of temporary and long-term treatments available, such as obviously shaving, waxing, or bleaching, or then electrolysis and laser surgery. Vestigial tails. Some babies are born with tails. Actually, we all start off with one when we are just tiny embryos, but usually our tails disappear as the spinal column develops. Tails usually have no bones and are removed soon after birth. Extra fingers or toes are called polydactylism and happens in humans and animals. Often these are just small and boneless and can be surgically removed after birth. Occasionally, though, the extra finger or toe will have bones and tendons, and if the parents want it removed, they will have to be amputated at a later age. Heterochromia iridium. This is what happens when someone is born with two different colored eyes. Heterochromia iridis is when someone has different colors in the same eyes. Scientists now know which DNA contribute to blue or brown eyes, but can still not really explain why this happens. Yes, there are many other syndromes, conditions, and abnormalities, but as today is the positive day, we are only looking at those which are cool, funny, and which we could all live with if we wanted to or chose to. So I hope you found this rather interesting and enjoyable. So until we meet again on the next video, please take good care of yourself. Bye.